So the question is, what does that really mean that you're fully separated? Again, like some will say, well, because he's a source of life, to be cut off from God would mean that you cease to be because there's no more life. If he's not there giving you life, then how are you still living? And some will say that no, he's keeping you in a sense alive, and because like Augustine, let's use Augustine again. He used the argument that many people still use today that the punishment does not always match that of the actual action. In that, like if I were to steal from you, that takes me like, let's say 5 minutes. You go into jail does not for 5 minutes. You face a punishment much longer than that. And so,
like the act of murder does not take very long.
No. And so, but because it's based on the level of it and who you've done it against, and because we've done it against an infinite God, that warrants an infinite punishment, and that would be like one of Augustine's view, and that's why you're kept alive, because you have to infinitely be punished or in some form, whatever your view on, whether it's literal fire, metaphorical fire, etc. Versus the other ones, they'd be like, no, we agree with that. Like, let's take for instance the annihilationists will say we agree with that, that there's different degrees based on that, but that it eventually ends with the death of not just the body, but the spirit itself, because God is not sustaining you eternally. And that therefore the way it's talking about eternal punishment is saying that the punishment is eternal. The effect of it is an eternal punishment. And then your universalist would be like, it's a punishment, or I'm going to rephrase it. Reforming fire, because I think universalist has more of the modern day undertone to it. The fire is punishing you, and that there will be no more death. And the second death is in that death itself is what's destroyed, and that evil is destroyed, not so much that the human is gone forever.